Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? My name is Max, and of course, welcome on back to another part in my Destiny walkthrough right here on the Fanboypotion channel. Thank you guys so very much for watching the last parts. You guys are absolutely spectacular, and of course, if you guys enjoyed this part, please let me know down in the comment section below, and of course, if you could, please thumbs up the video. That would really help me out a ton. So, without further ado, let's kick things off. Today, we're actually starting things off on the tower, because we do have a couple of engrams to go ahead and decrypt. Ooh, that was pretty cool. And then also just a few things on the tower that we need to address. So let's see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead again, as always. I'm not a big fan of carrying stuff that I'm not going to be using, so I'm going to go ahead and just dismantle everything that I will not be using. Because again, I don't know, I just don't like carrying it with me. I find it to be kind of pointless. So that's a shotgun as it is, so I don't need to keep this one. Nothing to be required there. Oh, that's a far better armor, actually. So it looks like we're going to get rid of our orange and blue colors, finally. It's been a while that we've carried those colors. There's 100 defense. Wow, those are way better. Looks like we're getting some quite lovely and quite needed, honestly, upgrades right here. So that's really nice. And I'm also going to go ahead and dismantle everything that we're not utilizing, because there's simply no point in carrying it with you. Alright, that's quite cool. So, with all that being said, let's see what we got here. By the way, some of you guys pointed out to me, avoid light which forks into smaller but light's impact which seek toward enemies. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Let's try that. But I was going to say, a couple of you guys actually said that there's a subclass that I could take a look at, which in this case is the Sunsinger. This is the Voidwalker. I want to continue playing the Voidwalker for now, but what I might do is I might unlock the Sunsinger, equip the Sunsinger, and then use that when we play in the multiplayer contest and such. So I think that would be kind of fun. So with all that being said, I have just a little bit of glimmer left, but oh, okay, we've already leveled up. Great. I was gonna say that I wanted to level up my level there with the Cryptarch, but since we were already leveled up, there's no point of wasting any of that glimmer. All right, I really like our outfit right now. It's quite cool. So let's go ahead and talk to our Vanguard here, because it seems like we're going to be rewarded with something for all our handy work here. So it looks like we're retrieving the Ceremonial Blade, which then, of course, allows us to get a brand new armor, or a brand new leg armor, or a brand new chest armor. So I think I'm going to go for the chest armor, because that's a 201 defense, which is incredibly cool. So yes, please. I am very happy to see that. So let's go ahead and equip that. And once again, that means we're going to change up the way we look. Whoa! I like that. That's quite cool.
Watch yourself out.
Alright, so with all that being said, now we can go ahead and head back to orbit and continue on our merry way to our next mission, of course. Alrighty, guys, so here we go. Let's go ahead and head to Mars. And our next mission is actually titled A Rising Tide. So there it is right there, a rising tide on Meridian Bay in Mars. Find and destroy the source of the Vex, surging to protect the Black Garden. Sounds good to me. Alrighty, Roo. So here we go. We're launching in 3, 2, 1. Up and away we go. Onwards and forwards in the next mission at hand. So here we go. Let's see what the Vex has got to offer to this whole situation.
The Vex are taking control of the surface to protect the Black Garden. Mars could soon be worse than Venus. We've got to find out where they're coming from.
Alright, let's tackle that challenge. Head on, as always. That's all we've done so far. Haven't been very diplomatic, have we? We're just kind of like, hey, look, there's stuff we can destroy. Fire, fire, fire. It's like there's no diplomacy involved in any of this. Okay, here we go.
We need to track down a conflux, like we saw on Venus.
Alright.
There's reports of one not too far from here.
You just gotta tell me which way to go. Left or right, left or right, left or right. Right, okay. That's where we're headed then. So right now we just gotta reach the Scablands, which is the location of our next mission. I will try to avoid some conflict on the way or en route to that location, simply because we've already fought most of these areas. So there's and like, look, basically the thing is, if we were under-leveled, absolutely I would fight them.
Where the Vex are coming from, cut them off, or it's only a matter of time before Mars becomes one of their machines.
Indeed. But then, on top of that, considering the fact that we are over-leveled... Whoa, look at that trick right there. I meant to do that. Absolutely. But yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is, like, since we already have battled most of these, there's no point in us to slow down and tackle each and one of those challenges. And I hope you guys understand. I hope that you guys understand that I'm not trying to be like mean or trying not to play through the game. I've obviously been the opposite of that. I've been going out of my way oftentimes to find out whether or not we could face off against something else or experience a different part of Destiny in a different way to most other walkthroughs. But with that being said, I also don't want to be redundant and repetitive for the sake of being redundant and repetitive. Okay, that's interesting.
An even bigger surge coming from below the buried city. We better check it out.
Okay. So are we heading underground or what's happening? Enter the buried city. Okay. Here we go. Where's this buried city that we are speaking of? Is this where I gotta go? Okay, this is a new region. We've yet to be on this side of Mars, so this should be quite interesting. But I do have to admit that I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think Mars is my favorite planet of the bunch so far. Simply because A, Mars is cool. B, because I really like the architecture of this planet. And I just like the whole idea of kind of like a deserty jungle kind of feel to this place. Okay, here we go. Let's see what awaits for us down here. Okay. Glide on through. So here's the buried city on Mars. Kind of interesting that we have been able to drive for such a long period of time and yet not encounter even one enemy so far. Well, now here they are. They're starting to show up now, but it's kind of interesting that it took so long for any of them to show up. Not used to that, that's for sure. Okay, so there are enemies on both sides right now, which scare me greatly. There's an Axis. Harpy. Okay, now by the way, these are level 18 enemies right here, so I'm level 18, which means that this is going to be a...
This could be good.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Slow down! Whoa! That was really tense, man. Wow. Okay. If they think I'm gonna give up after this, well, they are very, 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 very mistaken. Because it's gonna be just the opposite of that. I will indeed take them down. But again, I was about to say before I freaked out because we were just swarmed by so many enemies. But basically, this is the first time that we are under-leveled, so to speak. Not under-leveled, but equally leveled to the opposition. Which is not ideal, of course, because it makes it a heck of a lot more difficult to take these guys down. But we'll get it done. It might take longer, but we will still get it down. So of course, got to take down his force field first, which is easier said than done. Got it. Okay, so then we've got an Axis Harpy on the inside. Gotcha. Alright, I think that was worth the supercharge. I know some people will disagree, but considering we will be able to refuel on it pretty quickly, I think it's worth it. Especially because I don't have to deal with that ginormous Axis Harpy. Whenever I say Harpy, it makes me think of Harpy ladies from Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, here we go. This is terrifying. I feel like any moment now, as soon as I turn a corner, there's just going to be an overwhelming amount of enemies. Okay. That sounds horrifically scary. Aim at any red eye you see. Like, that's just awful. That's so scary. Look at that. Oh, great. Here we go. Harpies all along. They are very frustrating. I never realized how much of a frustrating enemy they were because before this we were over-leveled. So we always had an easy time with the Harpies. But now that they're an equal level to us, it's definitely quite a bit more of a challenge to deal with them. That's for sure. But luckily, still able to recover quite a bit of... Oh, what is that noise? What is that? No, whoa! That was really scary. This reminds me of The Last of Us a little bit, too. Just those sections, you know, in the dark. Gotcha. Oh, another one. Come on. Gotcha. Oh, one more. Okay. And by the way, I think that this guy dropped something. Sweet. Awesome. That's a hand cannon. Okay, careful. Got him. Nice. Okay. So now I've just got to locate the Vex core, which is probably easier said than done. That was a really good grenade. I love that. Whoa! What is that? No, 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 no. Okay. So, then... supercharge right here. Especially because I can't respawn in this area. I want to be very, very careful. And I was not. Because I turned my head and... whoa! I did not even see that Cyclops. Okay. That's okay. I'll take you down. It's all about that sniper rifle. You are my priority right now. Even though I have these guys to deal with as well. Don't worry. You got my full, unconditional love. Gotcha. Okay, good. So, now that I've taken him out, now these guys become far less of a challenge. Oh, hello, Mr. Hobgoblin. He's gonna power up. Then I'm gonna take him down, like so. And that works out really nicely for us. Okay. Got some goblins right here. It's really interesting to go, like, from the being overpowered on most of the last missions to now being equally powered, and just kind of how it changes your gameplay mechanics, like, or gameplay style, I should say. Whereas, like, you know, before this, remember, I would just rush in. I would just like, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna knock you out. That's no issue. But then now I'm a lot more cautious, and I'm a lot more just kind of, I take my time. I build up on what I want to do and stuff like that. Like, I think ahead a lot more. It's really interesting.
It's like the Vex have dormant networks buried under every planet.
This almost looks like a subway system, doesn't it? What does that read? Just a whole bunch of random mumbo jumbo. If you can read that, that is insane. Okay, here we go. Ooh, Hobgoblin. Hello. Hey, Hobgoblin. Boom. That hurt. He took a lot of damage there. And that hurt even more. Oh, Harpy. Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, oh, don't move. Gotcha. Got some heavy ammo, too. Got a boom. That was awesome. Okay, here we go. There's a goblin right there. There are actually two of them. Okay, power up. And then I'll take you down. Yeah, it is an old subway system. I'm realizing now, because these are train cards right here. So, this really is an old
they have transfer gates
train
down
system.
Here. Shut them down.
Gotcha. Destroy the gates. Which gates? Oh god, there are gates again? I don't like the gates. The gates have never been fun to deal with. Oh, I see it. Okay, my priority is the gate right now. Come on. Why is it taking so long to shut down the gate? Okay, good. Okay. Gotcha. Sweet. Okay, that takes them down. At least for the time being. Oh my god. It's like an endless swarm of these guys. Well, that's probably due to the fact that they do have a gate open somewhere. That was one of the gates. Is there another one? Yep, there indeed is. I got it. Nice. That's perfect. Okay, wait.
More gates up ahead.
Okay, okay, I'm moving. I'm getting a move on. Harpy, come here. Harpy, I saw you. Peekaboo. Hello. Okay, that will take care of a couple of them. Alright. There we go. Perfect. We can now advance. And of course, constantly looking out for the gates. Because that's my #1 priority to take out. Okay, I see the gate from all the way over here. So I will take it out. Oh no, come on. Got it, nice. Now he did say gates, meaning plural. Oh, there's another one. Oh, come on, reload quicker. And the reason why you want to focus on the gates, at least that's what I do, is because it's the gates that are going to spawn more enemies, so you might as well avoid having yourself to deal with more of them by focusing your entire firepower, first and foremost, on the gates. Like so. Okay. And then you can obviously work on eliminating the ones that are already out here, which is far easier than having to deal with an enormous, continuously ginormous swarm of them, so to speak. You know? Okay, careful. Something to the side of me. Whoa! Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Respawning is restricted in here, so... Okay. That was a waste. I don't know what I was thinking. AKA, I was not thinking. Come on. Come on. He is quite aggressive, that guy. Whoa! No, 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 no! Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. No! Oh my god! Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, I got way too cocky. And that's what happens. You pay for it.
More gates up ahead.
Alrighty, guys, so here we go. Gonna give it another go-see, see if we can do better this time. Okay, so he's quite aggressive, this thing. And we got him this time. Whew, okay.
That should slow them down.
That was really tense.
A conflux is still active. Let me check it out.
Okay, you got it. Alright, how do I deploy? Okay, there we go. My god, that was really tense. That guy, the Prohibitive Mind, that thing is like, it wasn't even tough. It's just, it made me like tense, and that's why.
The Vex are returning home. Something is calling them back to the Black Garden.
Yeah, we are. They realize that we're gonna destroy them. Alright, so there we are. Mission complete. My goodness gracious, we're getting ever so closer towards the completion of the game. This is really crazy. Feels like we only have just now begun, and we're already on the brink of finishing it, which is quite crazy indeed. So I apologize about the little fail there with the Prohibitive Mind, and the fact that it took me out, so I had to replay a section. And of course, as always, I always will cut back to the sections where we failed. I'm not gonna keep it all in, like the entire retry, because I feel like it's not particularly interesting that way. But nonetheless, looks like we put on a pretty good performance, if I may say so myself. 8 ability kills, 32 precision kills, 110 kills in total. Looks like we earned ourselves 2 brand new pieces of equipment, one in the form of a hand cannon, one in the form of a chest armor. And then of course now that means that we can move on to the second to last mission within Destiny, which I believe will be titled The Buried City. So that will be the mission that we take on next time in the next part of course, Destiny. But with all that being said, guys, as always, of course, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please don't forget to thumbs up the video, share it with your family and friends, favorite it as well, and of course, stay tuned for plenty more Destiny coming your way. Thanks all for watching, guys, and of course, have a fantastic day, and I will indeed see you laters, alligators. Bye-bye, guys.